Und wir genießen den Weg dorthin und seine Umgebung. Ein Soldat. Mobbing. Das ist, glaube ich, die Richtung zu unserem Vater. Und ich glaube, diese Richtung nehmen wir zum Schluss. Wir gehen zum Soldaten. Und hinauf zu dem Meer aus Sternen. Der Wind rauscht in den Bäumen. Alles ist friedlich und still und ruhig. Kein Stress. Keine Hektik. Keine Termine. Einfach nur die Sterne über uns. Und das Meer neben uns. Alle Sorgen sind für diesen Moment vergessen. Alle Kleinigkeiten, über die man sich vielleicht geärgert hat. So unwichtig. Wenn man dort hinaufschaut, ist man so, so klein. Und alle Sorgen und Probleme sind so unwichtig und klein und einfach nicht Existenz. Und so oft denkt man sich, dass man vor einem riesengroßen Berg steht und nicht weiterkommt. Aber wenn man den aus einer anderen Perspektive betrachtet, nämlich von oben, ist jeder Berg so winzig klein und so leicht zu bezwingen. Und der Weg ist weit. Oh, was ist das denn? Ein Freizeitpark. Und die kleine Chloe geht direkt darauf zu. Und hier ist auch der nächste Wegweiser. Hobbys oder Soldat? Moment. Vielleicht schauen wir uns... Hier geht's zum Soldaten. Oh mein Gott. Das ist so schön. Wir schauen uns mal hier ein bisschen um, bevor wir den Weg weitergehen. Huch! Was ist das denn? Kann ich hier was machen? Oh. Okay. Wahrscheinlich auch Erinnerungen. Wir können aber hier nicht... Oh. Ich stehe drin. Ich hoffe, ich komme wieder raus. Ja, es geht. Wir gehen gleich mal zum Riesenrad. Hat sich auch, aber wir können nichts machen, ne? Kann mitfahren? Ja. Nein, das geht, glaube ich, nicht. Schade. Das wäre es jetzt noch gewesen. Da gehen wir gleich hin. Wir haben ja Zeit. Ein altes Karussell. Da kommen wir leider auch nicht drauf. Wunderschön. Eine Achterbahn. Und das Riesenrad. Und hier können wir hochgehen. Können wir mitfahren? Lass mich mitfahren. Wir kommen leider nicht höher. Wir kommen hier hoch. Ne? Aber ich glaube, wir können nicht mitfahren, ne? Ich habe Angst, dass ich hier runterfalle und nicht mehr hochkomme. Nein, das geht nicht. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Okay, das geht leider nicht. Aber es ist sehr, sehr, sehr beeindruckend. Dann schauen wir uns mal an. Der Soldat.
My dad is probably the best guy I know. He's got this cool round hat that he always wears when he's in Stratford. He always knows everything. Like, everything. I don't think there's anything he doesn't really know. I keep asking him weird questions to challenge him, and he always has the right answers. He's in the military. That's what my mom says. I don't know why, but he barely talks about it when he's home. He's away most of the time because he fights bad guys and protects us. According to Mom, it really sucks that he's away, but I understand. I want to be protected. Mom said that he's not only protecting us, but he's also protecting everybody in town and the whole country. I don't understand why other dads don't do it. I mean, why can't he do something at home? Before we moved out to Stratford, he told me that this new city is much better and it's going to be awesome. I hope that's true. My dad never lies. I miss him now. I feel so alone with all these new people, and I only know Mom around here. I wish he was here too. He was only home for like a week this year. That's so lame. I talk to him on the phone all the time, but I really wish he was home. He told me that next year things should cool down, and he'll be able to come home for a while. I'm really looking forward to it. He said it's only going to be in a few months. Eventually, he's back. I know more people now, but I would still much rather hang out with him. He doesn't have a job in town, so he mostly does housework and takes me out for bowling or to see a movie together. I love this so much. I can't believe he's home for so long. He's been home for about 3 months now. He has to force me to go see friends as well, because all I want to do is hang out with him. He bought me this small wooden boat, and we went up to the river behind our house. We live right by the fields, so it's only a 15-minute walk. We go there a lot to put in the small boat and watch it go down the river. Then I run to bring it back. Before he left, he told me we should let it flow down the river that leads to the sea. Then maybe we'll see it again one day when we visit the beach, but I wanted to keep it. He's deployed again, of course, but I get to hang out with him in the summer after I turned 13. We went to the new amusement park, the one which I used to go to with friends. We also celebrated my birthday together. We went to play with the boat in the river again. I don't remember the last time he was home for summer. That's the best thing in the world. I really didn't want him to leave when he did. I wish he'll be back soon. We have a big vacation together over in Arizona after I turned 15. We had a great time together. I wanted to be home with him. He said he would be, but he had to go back to the army in the middle of the trip. So he took the plane to Afghanistan, or wherever he needs to be. I was a bit upset. That's so unfair that they can just take him whenever they want. I've seen him for short periods now and then, but now he comes back for a few months in winter. He flew back in September, and I was happy to have him home. So much has changed, and I couldn't wait to show him and tell him everything. He wanted to see my boyfriend, David, face to face, but luckily it turned out okay. I was never more upset than I was when he had to go back. It's like an endless cycle. I just want him to stay. I genuinely just want him to stay where he is, to be with me and Mom. I wanted to insist, but I know I couldn't. Now I regret it. We just got the news that his team took a hit in the fields. My dad didn't survive. He died out there. He won't come back. It's really hard. For my mom and me. I don't think I said anything for 3 days after we got the news. I locked myself up in my room and cried on the bed. On the 3rd day, my mom insisted that I come out and talk to her. She says we have to open up with each other about how I feel. I suddenly felt safer with her, so I did open up. I didn't talk to any of my friends. Not to David either. I got some texts from them. Emma's the one to text the most. I think they talked to my mom already because I've never talked to them about what happened. But they know. I only come back to school a week later, and that even is incredibly hard. Everyone looked at me when I walked into the school. I had to go to the bathroom and cry already in the first period. I don't know if I'll ever be the same, but some things do help. I know that he died protecting me and everyone else. I know that he was a hero, and he loved me. I know that I said goodbye. I said a proper goodbye. I did. He'd also want me and Mom to move on. I'm really scared that something can happen to my mom. She's the only family I have left. I start talking to my friends again. I'm on the last year of high school, and things were rough, but I'll get through this. I really miss my dad, and I still cry alone all the time. We recently passed February again. It's been a whole year. Moving on is the toughest thing I'll ever do, my mom says, but it's something that if I don't do, I'll never grow. I've just recently turned 18, and I graduated high school. Life moves on, and I feel the worst for letting my dad stay in the past. But I know that sometimes letting go is the right thing. I got up for a walk. I went to the back exit and walked up to the fields. I used to play hide and seek or tag there with my dad. I started crying again. It's like there's this ache in my chest that will never go away. I went over to the river. There was nobody there. No one is ever there. The kind of love between my dad and I is not one that can be separated by the barrier of life and death. He'll always be with me. I know that. I set the boat down, and it floated down the river. I didn't run to catch it this time.
Uff. Ich gehe erstmal hier raus. So. Der Vater ist also bei einem Einsatz als Soldat gestorben. Und auch als er noch Soldat war, war er halt sehr, sehr selten nur zu Hause. Und unsere Chloe hat sich nichts sehnlicher gewünscht, als ihren Vater bei sich zu haben. Und sie konnte nicht verstehen, wieso andere Menschen ihn einfach für sich beanspruchen konnten. Und sie durfte das nicht. Und dann ist ihr Vater zu den Sternen aufgefahren. Und sie war allein. Und diese Zeit ist sehr, sehr schwer. Und ich weiß das aus eigener Erfahrung und ich weiß auch, wie es ist, wenn man am ersten Tag wieder in die Schule kommt. Und ich weiß auch noch, dass ich damals, als mein Vater gestorben ist, so tat, als wenn alles in Ordnung wäre. Und die anderen aus meiner Klasse mich gefragt haben, wieso ich denn schon wieder lachen könnte. Und ich konnte das nicht verstehen, weil ich habe mich einerseits schuldig dafür gefühlt und andererseits, ja, wie sie auch schon gesagt hat, das Leben geht weiter. Und wenn man jemanden geliebt hat, der einen auch geliebt hat, dann glaube ich, dass dieserjenige traurig wäre, wenn man nicht mehr lacht. Aber diese Zeit ist sehr, sehr schwer, einfach weiterzumachen. Und die Erinnerungen, die so wehtun, die sind auch sehr, sehr schwer. So, das war also der Freizeitpark. Und uns bleibt Geburtstage und Mobbing. Und nach diesem traurigen, wirklich traurigen Thema sehen wir uns mal unsere Geburtstage an. Und wichtig ist immer, so oft das Leben einen auch in die Knie zwingt, man muss immer wieder aufstehen, immer weitergehen und sich immer den Blick behalten für die Millionen von Sterne, die über einem scheinen. Und auch wenn man sich sehr allein fühlt vielleicht, so darf man sich davon doch niemals unterkriegen lassen. Denn immer irgendwo scheint ein Stern nur für euch allein. Ganz egal, wie traurig ihr seid, ganz egal, wie einsam, ganz egal, wie schwer das Leben ist, irgendwo da draußen scheint ein Stern nur für euch. Das dürft ihr nie vergessen. So, wir müssen nach links dem Mond entgegen. Und hier haben wir Freunde, Hobbys, Geburtstage. Wir gehen weiter zu den Geburtstagen. Auf einen Spielplatz. Schaukeln. Auf diesen Dingern ist mir immer schlecht geworden. Oh. Ja. Immer rutschen? Wahrscheinlich nicht, ne? Nein, leider nicht. Leider geht das alles nicht. Aber wir schauen uns mal unsere Geburtstage an.
I was born on June 18th, right as summer break starts every year. I was always one of the younger kids in my class, but that was fine for the most part. This year, I'll turn 11. It's my first birthday in this new town and school. I can't wait already. Last year, my parents organized a small party with my class, as everyone does. I had fun, and most of the kids were nice, because it was right before I left. This year, I don't think I want to do something with friends. I was really looking forward to the gifts, but I think I'll have to settle with what my family gives me, because I don't think any of the other kids would come if I invited them. My grandma, Sarah, always gives me the best gifts because she's retired and I think she's rich. When I turned 8, she got me my first bike. They were pretty cheap, but I learned how to cycle using them. This year, she got me a new helmet and a pair of gloves. My parents got me a drawing board with like 1 million pages and a ton of colors. I love it so much. And I think I already know what I'm gonna do most of the time this summer. Now, a year later, I'm about to turn 12. I've been talking about it with my mom for so long, and I think we're gonna do a party. I feel much more comfortable with my class now. I invited 20 people. Only one didn't come because she was sick. We watched a movie together and then ate a huge chocolate cake. I got a ton of presents, including a new basketball. My friends and I played with it all summer. Although my friends stayed with me for middle school, I still feel weird to invite my class to my 13th birthday this year. I'm not sure, so I ask my mom all the time. I think I might only invite Emma, Lucy, and Tom. My dad says he can make it for summer this year. That's it. I decided. No friends, just me and my dad. I celebrate the actual day with my mom, and my dad gets back home about a month later. He got me a massive box of chocolate muffins. I went with him to an amusement park, and we invited all of our relatives for a family dinner together. It was so much fun. I'll soon be 14, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do another party. I really wanted to last year, so I was thinking about it a lot. Emma keeps telling me I should do it, but that's probably because her birthday is always on Christmas, so she rarely gets her own party. I told her that if she promises to help me organize it, and if there won't be too many people, I'm ready to do it. I think Emma takes that a bit too far, though. She bought like 50 balloons and made a guest list and is walking around bakeries to find the perfect cake. And there's more than a week until the birthday. I'm a bit stressed because I want Emma's work to mean something, but I'm also happy because she's so excited. The party ends up being amazing. My parents were almost completely cut off. Emma wanted to do it all by herself. We were about 20 kids, and we had a really fun time. My dad called after it ended, and we had a long video chat together. Next year, during Christmas, Emma turned 15, so I returned the favor and made a huge surprise party on her birthday. I've never seen her that happy before. Now, I'm about to turn 15 as well. And my mom and dad said we'll go on a trip. We're supposed to meet my dad in Arizona and then visit the Grand Canyon. We'll also do other stuff with my dad. He promised me we'll find a bike race or a horse race to watch, as well as a movie. The gifts weren't that great this year, but that's fine. I was happy to be with my dad again. We returned a few weeks later. I'm 16 now and don't feel like doing much of a party anymore. I was barely looking forward to my birthday this year. Emma says I have to do something because of the whole Sweet 16 thing. I think she's upset about this because both Tom and Lucy told her they weren't having their party either. The truth is, I don't think I'll have enough time this summer. I only remembered my birthday is coming up maybe a week before. My dad called to congratulate me on turning 16, and my mom still did something for me. She took me out to the movies and got me a few presents. I love the new headphones she got me, and I use them all the time to listen to music when I'm drawing. She also got me new bike gloves. My old ones were completely torn apart, so it was nice to have new ones. I didn't use them much though. My 17th birthday is the first one where I don't get the usual happy birthday from my dad. I really miss him, and during these last school days, I was very sad, so I barely saw my friends. For my birthday though, my mom got me a puppy. He's so small and cute, so I'm happy with it. My mom said he'll grow to be like 5 times the size in a year from now, so it's almost like a little baby. Finally, I turned 18. Right as we finished school. I had a rough 12th grade, and reaching my 18th birthday feels like a significant milestone. I really wanted to do something to celebrate that, but I didn't need to. My friend Sydney planned everything out and threw an awesome party for me. I think this is the first time I drank alcohol in a party, and that's just because she brought about 100 beer cans. I have to say, I had a really good time. My last birthday was awful, so it's refreshing to finally feel happy and celebrating again. I guess birthdays will progressively be more and more boring, but it was fun to enjoy them while they lasted. I now know that what matters isn't that one day of the year or that next number I reach. What matters is the friends and people around you who are there to celebrate with you, to celebrate you.
Ja. Wichtig sind die Menschen um dich herum. Nicht wie viele Geschenke, nicht wie toll die Party ist. Obwohl eine Party toll sein kann. Aber mit dem Älterwerden, wo sie ja noch nicht alt ist, aber mit dem Älterwerden, glaube ich, lernt man andere Dinge schätzen und lieben zu lernen und man versteht, was wirklich wichtig ist. So, wir haben die Hobbys, die Freunde. Ich würde sagen, wir biegen mal links ab zu den Freunden. Und die einzige Freundin, die sie ja anscheinend wirklich hat, war diese Emma, glaube ich. Die war ja die ganze Zeit irgendwie bei ihr. Wir schauen uns einfach mal die Freunde an.